Hello and welcome to the Back Nine Report. My name is Carlos Torres, along with Altvater. We check in on the world of golf to bring you the latest news, insights, analysis, interviews, recaps, previews. Hey, we cover anything and everything golf. In other words, if it happened in golf, we have it for you. Fred, hi, how are you?
Hey, Carlos, fantastic. We're just coming off the weekend where we had the Super Bowl. We had the exciting Waste Management Phoenix Open on the PGA Tour. We're rolling in to more into the golf season here. We got the first full field event on the Champions Tour this weekend, the Chubb Classic.
We definitely do. I mean, the Champions Tour is starting right now this week in their 2022 season with the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Walalai, that's in Hawaii. It will be the first in a season that will feature 28 events, and it will conclude at the Charles Schwab Cup Championship in Phoenix, Arizona. This year, the players are going to compete for over $62 million in total prize. So going with all the other tours, they also have the highest in PGA Tour champions 42 season history. It's going to have 25 events in the regular season, and that one will welcome a new tournament. That's the Corp Classic. It's going to be playing real near me in Irving, Texas, and players will visit 20 US states and 3 international countries, Morocco, Scotland, and Canada throughout the year. Now, a little bit about that new event, the Corp Classic. It's going to take place April 18 to the 24, and it's going to be played at the Las Colinas Country Club in Irving, Texas. It has a unique format, and this tournament will match PGA Tour champions players with 50 of the biggest names in sports and entertainment, as well as a group of amateur golfers who will gain entry through a Corp qualifier. The Champions Tour schedule is going to feature, as usual, 5 major championships, which begin in May, the Regions Tradition in Birmingham, Alabama, and will conclude in July with the Senior Open presented by Rolex in Scotland. Now, that 25 event regular season will lead into the 6th Charles Schwab Cup playoffs, which begins at the Dominion Energy Charity Classic in Richmond, Virginia, followed by the TimberTech Championship in Boca Raton, Florida. And now the 3 tournament series will conclude at the Phoenix Country Club at the Charles Schwab Cup Championship. That'll be Sunday, November 13, 2022. Now, there's questions surrounding about, hey, how much Phil Mickelson is going to play? How about Steve Stricker, Jim Furyk? Hey, how about the rookies? 50 is a milestone birthday that most seem likely to celebrate melancholically. Yeah, I know. But one notable exception happens: the professional golfers. You know why? Because they become rookies again. That's courtesy of the PGA Tour champions. And I'm intrigued to see David Duvall play. Okay, the former world number 1 turned 50 back in November. He's going to be making his debut this weekend. How about Justin Leonard, who will turn 50 later in June? Will he join too and will start playing? But to me, Fred, all eyes will be on the youngster one, Bernhard Langer, who at the young age of 64 is resuming his quest to equal or maybe surpass Hale Irwin's senior record of 45 victories. Langer, who won last fall the Charles Schwab Cup for a 6th time, has 42, so he's just 3 away from tying 4 from becoming the all-time great.
Yeah, Carlos, you talked about Phil Mickelson. I just don't see Phil playing much more on the Champions Tour. I'm sure he'll play 2 or 3 or possibly 4 events. He would be too bored playing on the Champions Tour. He needs that adrenaline rush of playing against the young guys. He's beaten all these older guys his whole career, has nothing to prove on the Champions Tour. Plus, Phil is looking for new adventures and worlds to conquer. I don't see him out there beating around with the old boys too much. Can Bernhard Langer continue his dominance? That is a really good question, and that's why we watch the Champions Tour right there. Langer has dominated the Charles Schwab Cup since 2010. He's won it 6 times, finished up runner-up 3 times. 9 times of the last 11 years, he's been won it or runner-up. That is just absolutely phenomenal. I think he's played in all the events in all those years, except maybe 2 or 3 since he joined the Champions Tour. over the last 2 years during the extended 2020-2021 season, he played in all 39 PGA Tour Champions events, never missed one cut. Along the way, he garnered 2 wins, 24 top 10s, 24 out of 39 starts. That's unbelievable. And then, so the answer to this question is, can he maintain his health over the course of one more year? He's going to be 65 in August. How much longer can he keep going? I mean, he's like the Energizer Bunny, he just keeps going and going and going. I wish him luck. He looks great. He's in tremendous physical condition, but sometimes the golf swing is a violent action on your body. Okay. You can stretch, you can work out, you can do all this stuff, you can eat right and all these things, but still at some point in time, the tendons, the cartilage, the bones rub, things wear out. Okay. He's unusual that he's able to keep doing this long. Good for him. And Carlos, you mentioned the 50 years olds that are coming on this year. The guy that I think really has the potential to do well is Brian Gay. He could be a real factor. He's still competitive. He was up until the last couple of years, still competitive on the PGA Tour on shorter golf courses. And he's very consistent and a tremendous putter. So I look for him to win a couple times this year out there on the Champions Tour. And I don't see David Duvall doing anything. He can't play for crap. I'd be very surprised if he makes top 10s. David Duvall was a great player, but he got to a point where it just decided the work and everything wasn't worth it. He had other things in his life was more important, and the golf took a back seat. And I think it's still there. He does some broadcasting. He spends time with his family. He likes to ski, do these other stuff. So I don't think golf is important to him. He doesn't have that fire to go out and win. So, I don't know, Carlos. I'm going to watch the Champions Tour like always, but I think it might. And I think another guy this year who doesn't have to worry about the Ryder Cup and all that stuff, Steve Stricker. I mean, if that guy would play all the time on the Champions Tour, I think he could win probably 5 events and, a couple majors. I think he could just be the dominant force there. I think he could, make Langer take a back seat, but you don't know how much he's going to play.
Well, I wouldn't bet against Bernhard Langer anytime. I mean, how many times has he been written off, and he comes in what he does over the 2-year span, he wins a Charles Schwab Cup. Amazing. It's incredible. I don't know if he'll win 3 times, 4 times. Maybe he will take two more seasons to do it, or maybe he will do it this year, maybe retire after that. I don't know. But Bernhard Langer definitely is the one that all eyes are going to be on. Like you said, I agree. I don't think Phil Mickelson will play enough here. He'll play 4 or 5 times, win 3 or 4 of them, and then finish second in the others. But definitely he needs more. He still feels competitive at the PGA Tour. So I think he'll be there more than on the Champions Tour. I wish that guys like Steve Stricker and Jim Furyk will be more active. Steve Stricker is the one that we always thought he could be the next one to challenge Bernhard Langer for the top place here. As for David Duvall, to me, it's intriguing, and I get it. He hasn't made a cut in 6 years, but then again, look at his age and how he stopped playing. Now, he said that he's been playing and training for this particular endeavor. I'm not saying he's going to be winning or anything else, but at least I want to see, because he's going to play against some peers that he might have some advantages or shorter courses. Hey, maybe he can get the fire back now that he's 50 and he's a rookie again, and he's going to play against people that he might actually do well against. I don't know. Still have to be. We'll see after this first tournament there in Hawaii and Walalai how he goes. Justin Leonard, the same thing. What's going to happen with him? Will he have that fire like you're saying? But that's up to June. And I feel like your pick for Brian Gay would be a very interesting one to see. He could be definitely the most competitive among the rookies coming on. But anyway, any final stuff you want to say before we close?
Yeah, just a motivator for David Duvall might be the fact that his dad, Bob Duvall, was a factor on the Champions Tour for a while, for a few years. So it might be a thing where he's kind of in his mind saying, hey, my dad's won up here. I'd like to win up here too. And we could say, we're the first father and son that's won on the Champions Tour. That could be something that could be a goal for him, maybe getting to practice a little more and be a little more into it, but into the process. So we'll see.
Yeah, I believe that if he's not competitive early on, it was just going to be, hey, just I'm here and I'm going to play here and there. But I think he needs to feel competitive to really try to keep going and try to train and see what he does. But anyway, thank you for joining us. It's always our pleasure to bring you the latest in golf news and information. Remember to subscribe to our channel. The link is down in the description. So subscribe right now. Thank you for joining us.